Welcome back to another video today, guys. Right now, I got bored during this quarantine, so I decided to make a rubber band ball, and it actually turned out pretty well. And I actually had to switch off cameras at the first part because one of my one camera wouldn't take video. And so this took actually about 14 bags, I think, and it got pretty big. And so I showed everyone in my neighborhood when it was done, and they were like, whoa. And so my sister told me I couldn't use a bouncy ball to start off with, so I had to start from scratch. So this is actually not a cheating video. My sister said it was cheating, that's why I couldn't do it. And so you're gonna see a lot of different sized balls, mostly because I had to cut it because I didn't know how to do time-lapse at the time, but now I do. And so hope you like it. Let's get on to the rest of it. Okay, so at that point I was it was like almost at the middle of the night, almost. I think the next clip will be the middle of the night. Yeah, I got it pretty big at that point, and you can still see I still have those 2 bags of rubber bands I poured out. And that table, it was actually a stool and a wood piece my youth pastor gave to me, and it actually works very well. Yeah, you can see the change of the camera. It was lighter and now it's like way darker. And so, man, I think I need some water, but I can't get any. Okay. And so I just saw my stool, and then I saw the wood piece, and then I was like, I can make a table. I can do the rubber band ball on the table. And so I started making the rubber band ball at on Sunday night, and I went all the way to Tuesday afternoon. It got pretty big, and watch until the end and you can see how big it actually got, because it got pretty big. It's really big. I don't know how to describe it, how big it is. It's not bigger than a basketball yet, though. Okay, so I started out with the blue ones because they were smaller, and I thought that would have worked, but I think I should have gone with every color at first because it didn't work that well. It kind of worked, but it didn't that much. So yeah, I pushed the pile in a lot more, and it looks way bigger, but it's not. So la la la, I'm tired. Okay, I was talking to my parents because they were watching a movie, and that's one of my dogs. You can barely see it, but soon you'll be able to see one a lot more, I think, maybe. But it was actually getting pretty big, and then I Okay, so what did I do? Oh yeah, I just thought it was getting too long for that part. And yeah, what?
I need my stuff. I need my chip. Is my chip in here?
No, it's right here.
Can I have it? I need it. I'm gonna go.
You're gonna make another one?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
And so then it got pretty big, but not too big. But it's still small at that point. And then I didn't want it too big at that point. I thought it wasn't gonna be that big because it was so small at the time. And I keep on forgetting what I'm gonna say. And okay. I was actually watching the movie with them. That's why I keep on looking up above the camera. I wouldn't have looked at the camera, but I did because I didn't think it was recording. And it got me really sketched out. So like I had to look at it almost like when you guys weren't watching. Like when I got close to the camera, I snuck a peek in. I know you're not supposed to look at the camera, but I did anyway. I think I should look at the camera on YouTube, but like not on a movie. I keep on forgetting that. And so I kept on watching the TV. It just got over my boredom because I was sitting and I was making a rubber band ball. So then I was going to make this part short, but it couldn't happen because I forgot. Like every time I was about to get up, see, I stared at the camera. Every time I was gonna get up, I just forgot what I was gonna do. And right when I started, my mom told me to put my puppy out, and it was so awful because I had to get up and then put my doggy out. So okay, so comment down below what you want to see next. Comment trick shot if you want to see a trick shot video with the rubber band ball in it, because that would be pretty cool. Okay, so what else was I going to say? Yeah, it's like not even half the size it is now. So there's a perspective of what it's gonna be like. And it might not look as big on camera, but it's pretty big. It's not bigger than my head though, or a basketball, or a hamster ball. Maybe one of the small ones, but okay. So what else was I going to say? I think at that point I just got bored of just doing the blue rubber bands. Oh, and you can tell how it took me like 3 days. Well, technically it was like 2 days. But like 3 days because I got a haircut and I had to change clothes so much. So I I am. Okay. I forgot. Comment down below if you want to see Fortnite, creative in Fortnite, or anything like that, because it would be pretty fun. Oh, and Tyler isn't in this video mostly because he couldn't be there because he was at a friend's house, actually Landon's house, which was in the last video. Landon was in the last video, so you guys know him. And yeah, that is more of the nighttime. Yeah, that's like midnight right now. Yeah, there. See? Epic transaction. I messed up on that part. Okay, so yeah, I compared it to my eye at that part. See, that's when I actually started just putting blue rubber bands on the ball, and I just found blue rubber bands. I didn't really put yellow and red rubber bands on until the end. So, yeah. There's a fly on my monitor. Awkward saying, but okay. Okay. So so I made it pretty big. It wasn't that big at the time. That's not half, but I think that's half. That's probably half. That is where I started on doing yellow and red, and it was pretty good at that point. Oh yeah, see, there's Maggie, and I don't know where Sprinkles is, but in the background, my doggy, my new puppy, she's moving around, and she's huge now. I've had her for like about a month, and she's big. Yeah, at that point, my fingers started to cramp up so much. It hurt. I'm tired. And so I wanted to do this actually pretty well, but like I wanted to make it kind of pretty at the end. I didn't start making it pretty at the first part, mostly because it was a waste because no one would have seen it. But my sister made one, and it's like so small compared to mine, but at the beginning hers was so big compared to mine though. It's weird how my sister didn't have as much rubber bands as I did, and it was actually pretty fun making this. And yeah, at that point I was just listening to the music on the TV, and then you can tell I was bored because I had the remote and my phone on the table, because like I was bored at that point. Yeah. Epic transaction. Yeah, at that point I was done with the red and yellows, but then wait, I had more bags. Oh, and there's 2 big bags. Those were like a whole pound. And then I got another colored bag, and I've had that one little small bag since the beginning, but I wanted to wait until the end because they were like thicker, and so it would make it look a lot prettier. I wanted to make it a little bit pretty, so it would look good for the video. But I think you can barely see the pretty. I think you might be able to, but maybe. I don't know. ASMR. No. So at that point, I started separating the blues. Soon, like soon I'll be like separating the blues because I wanted to do the same thing I did. I thought it was good at the time, but it wasn't. Yeah, see, that was when I finally finished every single colored one, and I was so happy. So I actually poured 2 big bags, and I finished a whole pound in a half a day, probably. So you can tell this took a while. Yeah, I was surprised how much rubber bands a half a pound would be, because it didn't look like as much in the bag. And I was like, what is that? And so I started working on those rubber bands, and I just got so bored after that, mostly because I had like a whole pound left to do, and it was boring. And soon there's gonna be an epic slow-mo action, handheld action. Hashtag slow-mo, hashtag handheld. No. Okay. It was actually pretty cool making, though. It was boring, I can tell you that, but it was actually pretty cool at the end because you could actually bounce it, and it was pretty good at bouncing. And so like I wasn't expecting it to be that good. And so yeah, I still had a whole pound. You can see in the slow-mo action that I have a whole, that part where the camera moved, I didn't have anyone behind it, but my dogs like touched the tripod, and so that could have ended terribly. And so we're moving on to epic slow-mo. Moment of silence. Okay, there we go. At that point, I was so close to finish with the pound, and it felt great that I was so close, but I was still so far away. See, my haircut is so nice in that picture, in that video, in that clip, that's what you call it, in that clip. And my fingers were starting to cramp up so much at that point, like so much, not even close to as much as the first part. And so I had like a pile so I wouldn't get mixed up with so much stuff. At this point, I was just so bored because I wanted to do everything off camera, so I started making the clips a little bit slower. Faster, not slower. And so this is where I almost get the whole pound of rubber bands done. See, you can see all those stacks. And I was like, what? I'm almost done. I cannot believe it. And is Maggie in here? No, I think she's outside. And I had Tyler come, Tyler finally got home, and he was trying to sit in my chair, and I showed him, and he was like so surprised. He was like, "What?" There's Maggie. Maggie tries to eat some chicken nuggets because she's my dog and she knows they're good. And so I was so close to oh, there's Sprinkles. I was so close to done with all the rubber bands. I was just making it pretty at that point because I was on my last bag. My last bag. I'm not joking. I'm not joking this time. And I actually had Landon sort the rubber bands into piles, like four in one corner, four in one corner. There was like 6 piles of 4s on the table, and it actually really helped. This point, I was on my last rubber band, and it felt great. I was so surprised I got this far, because I thought I would have quit. And see, you can tell I was trying to make it pretty, because like all the other clips, I just threw it on there. And so, you like my shirt? It's Fortnite. And so at this point, I was so happy, because I didn't think I was gonna make it this far. And I was done making it pretty, and I was like, yes, I can show it to the camera. So pretty. It wasn't that pretty. I mean, it could be. I don't know. I mean, I think, yeah, I think if you guys think it's pretty, comment down below. Okay. Okay, hope you liked the video. I can't believe I made this. I mean, like, seriously. How do you make this? I can't believe it. So, I hope you like the video, and subscribe. Oh, and if this video gets 10 likes, I will add on to this ball. And then maybe we could do a trick shot video with it. That would be weird. Hope you like it. Bye.